not see Will Smith, Chris Rock, Jada? Is it Jada Pinkett Smith?
I thought it was fake, I'm not gonna lie. Because I don't understand how. I know Chris Rock's not really about it, but no man can't walk up to me and me put my hand behind my back. Unless he's trying to be like, it's not non-threatening as can be, kind of thing.
Bro, it's Will Smith. Of course it's non-threatening. How is Chris Rock gonna think Will Smith is coming to smack me in front of everyone at the Oscars? Like,
Because he's walking with
random.
purpose.
Yeah, but even
he
if
did walk. He did.
Yeah, but
I thought he was gonna bust a joke.
Even that walk. Yeah.
When I woke up in the morning and I saw the thing, people sent me the thing. I was like, oh, what's happening there? I was gonna start dancing or some madness. But
Was you watching it live?
No.
No, I just saw the clip. You know what though? It was a dead slap though. Don't get me wrong. It was a super dead slap. Like,
The wrist was a bit limp.
Listen. Yeah. Well. Like, just put it this way, like, I've been hit harder than that by, like, when I was younger.
By who?
Yeah, I hear you. Name names.
Well, you know.
Name
like,
names.
You know what I mean?
I know my mum hit me harder than
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Mumsy hit harder than that.
Sorry, mum.
Like, Mumsy hit harder
I
than
don't
that.
pretend that
but,
you weren't one of them mums, but
you don't expect that.
Maybe.
And you don't, listen, people saying, oh, whatever, but you can't condone that. I don't know what my man's going through, but there's a lot of, like, mental health issues out there for Will Smith because everyone's always on him. So if everyone's on him about his missus, like, maybe he just snapped.
No, I believe that though, because just because you're a celebrity, don't mean you can't have mental health issues.
Yeah.
Because there's things you think about the amount of stuff that he takes on.
He's
like
like,
you just got to smile. It's like, oh, you're rich, so no one cares. It's the same with like footballers. You can't I
react.
saw Pogba have something the other day, and he was saying, I can't say how I feel. I've been stressed under Jose Mourinho and stuff like that. And he's saying, but when I tell people I'm stressed or depressed, they'll be like, but you're on
rich.
X amount of, and you're doing this, you're a superstar, you're that. Or they see him like with new haircuts or post something. And he's saying, well, I do that because it's like the only way I can express myself and
that's
who
his
I am.
joy, though. He's allowed to express himself.
But if I just stay quiet, I'm low, but no one allows me to be that person because you have to go and perform. You have to do this.
No, that's a good point because at the end of the day, they're still human beings. It don't matter whether you're on like $100 million, like an episode for like a film like Will Smith. I don't know how much he's on. It don't matter how much you got, but you're still allowed to be a human being.
But that's what got me thinking is like the A-list celebrities in this country are the footballers, right?
Yeah, with
there's a couple
with the
actors,
top
there's a couple,
actors, Tom
like-
Hardy.
And there's
Michael
a couple like
Fassbender, them
musicians,
like that. Yeah, musicians.
Ed Sheeran, Adele, kind of
But
thing.
yeah, I see
But
what you mean.
really
The
and truly,
footballers,
if a footballer does anything wrong, that's always front and back page.
straight away.
But I feel as
front
well,
page,
women, I feel like, you see, I feel like she didn't help that. Jada, I don't think she helped the situation at all.
Nah.
Yeah.
I feel like all this eye rolling and all this expectation that she has of him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think like that, like...
Do you, like, you know what I was thinking, yeah? What you just said, do you think they had an argument, like, before they went out?
But if you see her eyes, like, she's rolling her eyes.
Yeah, she's rolling her eyes.
She's rolling her eyes up, down, left, right. Like, you can tell that she is a type of woman that wants you to act a certain way.
Yeah, I see that
you know what I'm
because
saying?
when she was rolling her eyes, he was laughing till he looked and saw she was rolling her eyes.
She's
right?
meant to be holding him down. That's his big night. He's potentially about to win an Oscar.
Win an
innit?
Oscar,
But
exactly.
you know what it is? It's remember the
Exactly.
red table thing? I didn't even watch it, but I heard. So she's saying,
Oh, when
like,
she's
things that he's
sleeping with
not
other people
doing.
and that.
Think that he's not doing.
Like as
What
in-
that Tupac's doing. Or
what
did
I'm
he?
saying.
Possibly. So it's one of them situations that in his head he's probably thinking. She looked at him like, "See, this is the shit I mean."
But that's what I'm saying. Do you think?
So he felt
Yeah,
he
but
reacted to
Do you
it.
think they've argued just before they went out about? Oh,
I
you
think,
don't
I
back
just think
me.
it's in his head from before, where
Like,
she's probably said, "You
it's in
don't
his
back
head,
me.
it's in his head.
No man could disrespect me." August wouldn't have come into the yard if Tupac was here. Do you know what I mean?
outrageous.
Like
Why
little
you have
things
to
like
bring-
that.
But you know what? You know what? At the end, yeah.
But that'll play on any man's head.
But
Any
at the
man's
end-
head.
at the end,
Yeah, but your
I
woman's
saw-
supposed to appease that in your
Exactly,
brain, innit?
but she's made it
supposed
worse.
To, of course she's made because
She's
likes all
thrown
that.
like logs
She-
on the fire.
she
She's like,
belittle-
he's
she
already
belittles him.
burning.
She
Yeah,
belittles him.
him.
She belittles him.
Whatever their relationship is, whatever it's open or this and that.
I don't like the way she
makes
moves.
it. You can't have an open relationship in the public.
You see,
in the
after,
public eye.
you see after the
That's how I
slap, yeah.
feel.
After the slap, there's a picture of them like he's sitting down next to her and they're putting their heads together. Right? There's a picture of that. For me, it's like she wanted that to happen. Like I think she was okay because if you're a woman, yeah, like Dee said, if it was your night and you know you could possibly win an Oscar and you got up in frustration, like your girl would have pulled you down, be like, "Where you going? No, chill."
Yeah, man.
Like chill.
not
Like,
supposed
but
to be
she
amping
kind of
you
just
up.
sat back, watched it happen.
So without being a segue into what I want to talk about before,
Yeah.
this works perfectly. As in, I'm talking about going back to football. As in, how important is it for a footballer to have the right woman beside him, or even be on his own?
Wow.
That's got to be. I would even say it as a man, but you're better for asking that question.
That's a great question, though.
How much? Yeah, because you lot must.
Because there's so many examples. Like
But even as a man, like it comes in general, but obviously because it's football, I just take it to that.
Yeah.
Because I remember my dad said to me when I was 16, just going to building at Charlton, he was like, okay, there's only two things that can stop you. And he said, alcohol, as in going, like, abusing your body.
you didn't fucking listen
He
then,
was
did
right.
you?
Didn't listen.
Just fucking listen to that one.
or women. And when he told me women, I was thinking, okay, so I see how he is with my mum. Like, he's saying, try and find the right woman, settle down, don't be here, there, everywhere, don't be having kids here, everywhere, don't be having stress. Just be with someone, either be single or focus on you. And it's funny, because I took it the opposite way. I thought, okay, let me try and settle down. Let me, like, you know that whole football image where you got to be like, why you give your missus and go to the game together and she's there watching the game, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I feel, personally, it would have benefited me to just focus on me. But a lot of guys, well, a lot of footballers, a lot of guys in general, you want things before you're ready for them.
No,
So how do you
it's
feel
a
about
great,
that?
it's a great question, because I feel like if you're gonna have a girl at that time, there's people I know who had girls before they blew up and made it big.
The right type of
Yeah, the right time. Maybe.
But you don't know what the right type of girl is at that age.
Yeah, but if you had a girl, maybe at school, and like you know she's with you just because of you didn't have no money, like, you know what I mean. Then she blew up with you, like you had her from day dot. Like I knew a few people who had their girls before they even blew up.
Yeah, long
and
time.
they're still together now, and that's possibly
Because
why
they held them down.
They held them. That's possibly why, because you knew me when I was like nothing, and like when I was something, you was there with me, so we kind of grew together.
But I think you got to find someone that believes in your dream as well. I'm not saying they have to like push you, but they have to be there to support you. And any relationship, you support each other.
Yeah.
But you need someone that's not willing. That you got. Yeah. Footballers, we have to be selfish, right? In our career, starting up, you have to be the first. Like, I'm more important. And I'm not saying that's the way the case is.
I was gonna ask that.
But you have to be selfish. It has to be all about you. Like, we got to eat certain meals. We can't go out midweek. We got games on Friday or Saturday. We got to stay away. So therefore, if you're with someone that's needy or someone that wants to be at the forefront or lead the relationship, and you can't give them all these things, it's only going to drag you down. So either you'll be weak and you'll try and do these things, or you'll stick to the rules, but it's playing in the back of your mind. Like, you might have a game on a Friday and she's texting you saying, oh, I can't believe that this and this, you didn't do this. So you're not thinking about the game on the Saturday or in the morning. Because I've had it where I've had the text message on a Saturday morning, and like I'm getting into it and I'm like, well, I've got a game in 3 hours.
Yeah.
I need to just put my phone away. But even when you put your phone away, it's still in the back of your mind. So I feel like it's so important to make, people don't realize how important that decision. Everyone always thinks about, oh, it's your family, it's your friends. And we've seen cases of recent where having the wrong woman can bring out the worst in certain people, or what's in certain people.
No, definitely. I see Son at Tottenham, you know, he talks about it. You know, it's not the first time he's mentioned it, that his dad like told him that he can't have a missus till he finished playing football. And, like, thinking about it, obviously it's a hard situation, because when you're a young man and you have like all that,
even now,
like, that's what I'm saying, him yeah, you say that, but even him, he's the biggest star in Asia, right? And imagine how many women throw themselves at him, and like how hard it must be for him to like have to be like, I don't know, like a monk.
But his dad said he can't have a missus. Didn't say he couldn't have gal.
Yeah, but no, I hear that. I hear that. But how easy is it to make a mistake for 18 years?
Of course.
You know what I mean? That one night, then you're with that person for 18 years, right? Because that's what a lot of these girls, not just football, basketball, NBA, anyone that's successful, like some of these women might be like, oh wow, if I get pregnant, then I get looked after.
100%.
Like, you know, that's part of like what you're saying. And,
100%.
you know what I mean? So these girls that go out now with these young footballers, they know exactly who they're targeting.
But that's what I was going to say. That's what's worse. Like when we were younger, there were snippets of it. But now there's actually like...
They're superstars.
16, 17, 18-year-old girls saying to their friends, I'm going to be a wag.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're going out to these places. They're spending their dad's money, going doing their little job, whatever, to be around these tables, to be around these footballs, hoping that they get a glimpse. Do you know what I mean? It's like the whole music video thing. Remember when like there was music video girls? So they all wanted to be in the music video. So it's now like girls are going to these clubs where they feel like, oh, such and such is going to be there.
Yeah.
I might have a chance.
Remember when we used to go out and people used to ask your name? Like nowadays, they know who they are.
Who did you say you was when you used to go out?
I used to say like I was a teacher or a big man or. I never said I was a footballer.
I was a photographer.
You've never snapped a picture in your life. Why? Why would you even say that?
Because when you say stuff like that at our age, no one knew nothing about
Nah, but you might
so they
find
can't
that,
ask anymore. There's no more leading questions.
Nah,
after
there's
that.
loads of
Once I say I'm
leading-
photographer,
there's loads of leading questions.
And they would say, who do you take pictures of? And I'll be like, scenery. It's done then. It's done. It's done. I'm telling you. Because what they're going to say, oh, where? I say, I go into the mountains, I like the forest, I just take still natural snaps.
Bro.
If you say you're a photographer, you take pictures of women, they're like, oh, would you take pictures of me? Long. We're just dead in the conversation.
You might have met that one girl that's interested. Oh yeah, I like the panoramic view.
Yeah, she got me in it. She got me there. It's
She
done.
got
It's
you.
done.
Have a drink.
I'm lying. I don't know a thing about it.
Nah, I normally say, I just say I'm a teacher. I just, go that way. But I've never used to say I'm a footballer. But girls nowadays, they'll go out and know, like, who's who. So it don't matter, don't ask, like, if they ask you who you are, they already know who they are.
Yeah, but the social media is different now, isn't it?
That's what I was
now,
going to
bro.
say.
Nah, it's completely different now, man.
Like, everyone's out there before they're even somebody. Like, people know youth team players.
Yeah.
And they've got, like, 5,000, 10,000 followers.
Yeah.
And you've not even kicked a ball in the under 23s yet.
Verified on
You've
Insta.
got, enough. Like, it's crazy. So... how do you think you would have done if there was social media?
Oh, back in the day. Ooh. It would have been peak for me.
You two
Listen,
have both been in a mess.
yeah.
I think I would have been all right other than...
What, on social?
When I was saying I went out last night.
But you're out and about though.
Yeah, but there would have been photos. But that's what I'm saying. But when I was playing...
Bro,
But
you
even
can't
now,
prove
but you
nothing.
see like now, you might see one Grealish picture, or you might see one...
nah,
And
yeah.
they get vilified like
They
usually.
get
Yeah,
grilled. And they don't even know what night it is. You
They
can have
don't-
a day off
he
the
could
next day or anything.
He had one, he had a
Going
day
for
off.
dinner.
He could have been out with his
40,
family.
bro.
They just feel like...
We had our own gaff at 17. Just, man, after training, finished training at 1 o'clock, in your yard, like, about to start doing nonsense. As soon as training finishes, you're already texting what you want. Like, come over, my boys are here, bring a friend. Like, you might have to
Yeah,
cut
that
bit
bring a
out.
friend. That bring a
man.
friend is...
Like, when you're 17, bro, like, it's...
That's why I asked you, because obviously we're from East.
Yeah.
You play for the biggest team in East London. So therefore, it's like you was already in a fishbowl, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like footballers are always in a fishbowl if you live in a town and play in a town. But because there was no social media, it's word of mouth, innit?
No,
But
definitely.
like pinpointing you to things. But even in terms of like, forget that side of things, like the trolls. You think about, you have a bad game. I remember I get in a car, I go home, I watch TV, go out for time and two with the missus, whatever. You can turn off until the next game or till training or whatever. Or until you got to watch the video of the game back and you made that mistake. But now, because a lot of the pundits say, oh, don't have social media if you're a footballer. But it's what they grew up on, so how are you not going to have it?
That's true.
Do you know what I mean?
Because we talk about social media now. I remember when I was at Scunthorpe here, and with me, I never, after a game, I never like went online, because there was like, we had social media then, but it wasn't as big as it was now, like when coming towards the end of our careers. But like there used to be this player, Scunny, like, and he used to go on the forum and read everything about what the fans are saying. And he used to affect him. He used to be like, oh, this person said this person said that. And I used to laugh. Like, I'm like, why are you reading that that stuff? Because I never used to look at it, so it don't affect me. So if I'm getting, someone said something to me, I wouldn't even know. I'm like, say, yeah, what's going on? He probably like cussing me on social media. But I'm shaking his hand because I never saw it, so it don't affect me. But him, he'll be like, yeah, that's the guy that said something.
No, but that's everything though, isn't it? It's like these kind of things. You can have, it's like the first time I was on here, like I got loads of positive feedback. People saying, oh, what you said, it was so good, bro, it helped me, and this 100%. Kind of thing. But then there might be like one negative thing, and I think you actually bit to it about, oh, you should have your assets in thing and do all that kind of thing. And then like that's what you focus on.
The one negative comment.
The one negative. You can have 1,000 positive ones and reach out to people and, oh, it changed my, oh, you helped me. It's good that you went through something like this and I'm so proud of you. And then someone says the one negative thing. Because I used to do it when I used to play. So when I first got into the first team, and then they used to have like your ratings in the paper. And I remember like, me and my dad used to be like, because he couldn't get to a game, he'd be like, oh, you got an 8. Did you play well? And I was like, no, I wasn't even good, but got an 8. And then you play well, and then they'd be like 5, lackadaisical, whatever. So from that, I started to think, there's no point. These are just opinions of men that can't play football.
Never play football.
So who cares? Do you know what I mean? And from that day, I just stopped. But with the social media, how do you might just want to post something about a game. You might have scored, but then you're getting the abuse. And without even the racist abuse that some of these footballers are getting, you're getting like dogs abuse for no reason from other fans. How do you think you would have dealt with that? Or would you have had social media then?
Oh, for sure I would have had social media. No, 100% I would have had social media.
No middle, just
like, no, because imagine a single lad, like, you know what I mean? You're at the peak of your, I don't know, of
your powers.
Of your powers. Like, you know what I mean? You play the best sport in the world. You've got money in your pocket, fit, good looking lad. You want people to see you. Like, all footballers think like that.
Of course.
Like, they got a bit of money in their pocket. They can buy what they want. Like, they can try and get any girl they want. Like, they want to floss that. But so you're going to have, no matter how, what? I heard something like, no matter what good you do in the world and how nice you are, there's going to be that one person who don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you're going to get it all the time. You're gonna get it all the time. No matter what you do, you're going to get it.
Some people are just
That's
negative.
life,
yeah, some people are just negative. Some people are going to come for you. Like, sometimes, right, I'll write something in a comment, like, say, Instagram, you write something in a comment, then people will start commenting on what you write on. Yeah. Then I read it all the time, Someone might come for me and like, it's happened loads of times. Like, someone's racially abused me, like, in one of my comments. And I'm thinking, and sometimes when I say it first, I start typing. Then I think about, why am I even responding to this person? But
it's not that easy.
You know what? It's not that easy. You're in the toilet, you read something negative. I'm in the toilet because, like, when I'm in the morning, I get up.
Yeah.
So I'm
You have to clarify. You just didn't want to throw it in there.
Come on, you're in the toilet. You're looking at Instagram. You're like, right, is you black? Like, what? Straight away, you're frustrated. But then you think,
that's them winning though.
Why am I giving my energy to these people?
What am
I doing? And I'm just like, nah, I'm not even gonna respond. I just delete their comment or just like, so I don't want to see it. You know what I mean? That's what I do. I don't want to see negative comments because then it don't affect me. If there's a negative comment, delete it.
No, they used to affect me.
I was gonna ask you.
Yeah, it used to affect me. Like when I first started, like music or anything, it used to affect me still.
Yeah.
But then after a while, I just. Not only that, you just kind of blank out because you kind of just get used to it because there's always going to be there. It's always going to be there.
But how do you get used to that? Because obviously...
Because it doesn't stop.
We all grew up in a world where if someone's got an issue, more time, and they say it to your face. So when it's the cowardly thing, it's like our natural reaction is always to respond or say that to my face kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So especially you're like... putting your heart into a craft.
Yeah.
And most of the people that probably send this for negative stuff probably ain't even listen to the thing. Bro.
Yeah.
And I know you got to think about it like that, but sometimes it's difficult when you put your heart into something and then someone's trying to like
discredit you. Yeah. But you know what it is as well. That like the person that's so even if when you're like like for example football or music or anything that you put your whole into, they're the rare breed. You see us like that put your all into the dream. What I've realised, we're that 0.5% in the world. Or that 1% in the world, or that 2%, whatever the percentage is, but it's a very small percentage. The rest of the world are never going to put their heart and soul into what we would do. They're not going to put all their money into this, or all their money into your music, or all the money into the football. They're not going to do it. Most man that are playing football or trying to will never put the effort and the drive and the passion that you lot had in it. They'll never put all into it, move to Scotland and go and play football. I know people that are scared to go and move up to live past their own ends and that. They don't want to, I'm not going over there, and they'd rather stay at home. They don't want to go and break out and really go for their dream. Because to go for your dream, you've got to break the barrier of yourself. I'm not even talking about barrier of other people. I'm talking about for yourself. You've got to break the hard work barrier. You've got to break the barrier that's scared to go and live somewhere else, to live on your own, to get up every day. You've got to break the barrier.
It's so true. You've got to come out your comfort zone.
You have to.
100%.
You're not gonna get there unless you come out your comfort zone at some point. Some people are lucky they've got parents to guide them to come out the comfort zone. And they feel like they've got that netting. But when like people like us that are from the bottom do it, you realise that the people that are commenting would never ever have got to the position you were at, or will never ever understand, because they will never do what we're doing.
It's funny you say that, because I remember when I had the chance to move up to Scotland. Well, I already moved to Grimsby anyway. But I had a conversation with John both times. And John, when I first got released from Charlton, he was like, I was like, Grimsby's interested. I didn't even know where that was. But I just knew they was in the championship. So I was like, okay, it's not that much of a drop. And he went, you got to go for it, 4D. And I was like, well, he's like, look, there's football outside of London. And if you want to be a footballer, you got to take these chances, and hopefully one day you can work your way back. If not, at least you can say you got to play. And it's like little pockets of like information that you get from people that you respect that makes you believe like, keep going. You know what? Go for it. It don't matter. You're going to have to come out your comfort zone. I remember going up there, and I remember like there was only one black man I saw in the whole place. And he worked in KFC.
There was a KFC?
I know.
Bro, I was going to ask you, when you went to Grimsby, did you live in Grimsby?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
I was in Diggs for the first year.
Oh, yeah, you was young, innit?
Some men are not going to do that.
He's playing first team.
Look at that.
I was with 6 boys from completely different backgrounds. I think one was from Sunderland, 2 from Hull, 1 from Scunthorpe, and somewhere else. So it was like a massive culture. I used to have to, because I wasn't even driving then, I used to have to get a train to Sheffield to go and get my hair cut.
Did you have fun, though?
Yeah, I loved it, man. Like, it opened up my eyes to so much. Like, the boys I was in the house with, they're amazing. They were all different. And I think it's molded me to become who I am. Because, I had this, London mentality kind of thing. And they just didn't give a shit. Yeah. And I was like, right, I can be here and not give a shit. I don't have to act any kind of which way or whatever. And
you definitely brought that back to London. Mate, don't give a shit. That mentality. You definitely brought that back with you. No, for real. No, I'm glad you had a nice time, man. Because I was the same when I moved to Swansea. Because obviously that was my first club when I left West Ham, and man like Leon Britton, big up Brits, gave me a call, told me to come down, and Swansea's a small town, so the biggest club when I went there, biggest club in Wales when I went there was Cardiff, and now it's Swansea obviously, but it was such a small town, and it's London's massive, and it was a shock for me. But after 4 years of spending time in Swansea, I love that place. I love the fans, love the people.
See the passion that they live for it.
Yeah, man, they love.
I'm not saying
football.
they don't do it in London, but you see it. You see them going to work, and you see them turn up on a Saturday, and they've paid you. Cause I used to be disappointed, and when I started playing, I always wanted to entertain. I always thought people are paying money to come and watch me. Let me show them something. Do you know what I mean?
Right, man, like Lionel Ford.
Mate, when I was younger, that was always mentality. It was I want to win. I hated losing. But at the same time, let me get some bums off their seats. Do you know what I mean? Let a man be like, oh, he done that. Did you see when... I never like kicking the ball out.
The drag back. Yeah, come on.
The old crash. That's how you got injured, isn't it?
Yeah, the drag back, yeah.
All right. Go on, mate.
Fucking hell, bring that back. Bring that back, D.
That was last episode, mate. You know what I mean? Trying to be uplifted this one.
I I'm not one negative comment.
Just delete the comment.
Yeah,
Delete the comment.
Cut that one. Anyway.
You only want to blank it out and that.
No, but when you see them, it's like, you know, it makes and breaks their weekend.
Oh, 100%.
And in London, obviously I never played first team for Charlton or whatever, so, but no one really lives where they play, do they? So you escape it. But I remember, like, I was flying when I first went to Grimby, everything was going all right, and we was winning a couple of games, and then we lost the game, but we had a night out plan, everyone was going to stay down. And I remember going out, and people were looking at me like, what are you doing out? And I didn't understand. I'm like, I'm 20 at the time. I'm like, I'm out.
You went out in Grimsby?
Yeah, Saturday.
The fuck you did that in Grimsby,
listen,
bro?
Wild West. But
What happened?
no, nothing happened. But it's just like you felt
Guilty.
like I shouldn't have been out.
Yeah, guilty.
Do you know what I mean? And not even in a bad way. Like these people were like saying anything or even feeling away, but they're just looking like, oh, they're out enjoying themselves. And you know, like some of them have spent their money. Tickets were cheaper up there, but it's not cheap compared to what they're earning, kind of thing. And it puts it in perspective.
No, you're so right, 4D, man, because when you're at, like, you just thinking about that, when you're at a London club and you lose a game, you go out in central London, no one really cares because the fans don't really tend to go where you're going to go out. But like you said that when I was in Swansea, you will go on a night out, everyone's out. The fans, like everyone's the same place that you're at. You know what I mean? So if you did lose, it was hard work. You know what I mean? If you did lose as a young man, like, we shouldn't have went out if we lost, 100%. But as a young guy, like you're 20, 21, you're like, come on, it's a Saturday night.
We're on our own as well.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Gary
I just
Neville
worked-
wasn't.
I
Didn't
just
Gary
worked my
Neville
nuts off.
and them lot have a debate about that the other day because he was saying that when Man United lost,
Yeah.
I think they saw like a few of the players out, and there was a few like the
Some people went to a
Rangnick was
concert,
out,
but that's
and then I think
because-
the chief executive, they'll take it. I think they had the Grand Prix.
No, they went to. I think they went to Barbados or something like
I thought it was
for the
I think it might have
cricket.
been- Was it the cricket?
They were doing something
I thought
about
it
the
was-
cricket, and some of the players went out to a concert. Some of the players went to some.
But
Yeah,
they're obviously taking pictures. They've just lost.
Yeah, it's because of social media. People posting stuff.
Yeah,
like,
but you see, I also feel that if Arsenal had lost a game and I see them out, like even when I went to like a I'm not gonna say the name, we went to like was it a Tottenham like dinner party or something like that, and I saw some Arsenal players there. Few,
No, but that's different.
I was livid, bruv. I couldn't believe that they mixed a match like that.
Yeah.
Like Arsenal played, I was fuming. Like, well, obviously deep down, but I was livid, bruv.
But you're watching it from a fan's point of view though. Like,
But I
you're,
still
you're
feel money's
seeing it in
money's
their box.
taking the what's the word? The competitiveness out of footballers to some extent. Like not the competitiveness.
Yeah,
like
no,
you think
it
about
has
what
It's not the
man?
money, it's the rules.
You think it's the rules?
Nah,
No,
man.
I think it's the
I don't
money.
think
I
Man
feel-
City and Man United would ever be mixing.
I feel
back
like
in
you're
the
in a
day.
different world. You know, like when they say, like Rio was saying, like him, like Gerrard and that, when they come to England, because it was three teams
Yeah, United
going
Liverpool,
for Chelsea,
yeah,
like going
Chelsea.
for it. Like you were teammates, but you weren't friends.
Yeah.
That's
When
like England
now,
talking about. England.
But now,
Yeah.
but now the England team, they're one. Innit?
all
They're like
very
a club
100%,
team,
100%.
and I feel that's because it's money. And I don't mean money as in they're getting paid too much. Like they're getting paid so much money, they're in a different world. The only people they're comfortable being around is people that are making that kind of money. So they're going to all the same places. They're having like private parties or going to this club, and it's like
So only they
it's
can
just
get there.
us, yeah. So they're mixing a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you though, but
It's not the same rivalry.
It's
now.
not the same.
No,
it's
it's-
no
it's-
way.
It's
near
not the same. The rivalry back then was real life rivalry,
Yeah.
man. Like you didn't want to mix.
Roy Keane standing over thing when he broke up his leg, and that. Like you're not getting that now.
Nah, no way. Haaland was it Haaland?
Yeah.
Yeah, no way, man.
no,
I know that's a
way,
whole
man.
different breed, to be fair, but like
Yeah,
still,
but-
do you know
No,
what I mean?
but- no, but
Ian Wright, Schmeichel, like there was moments.
They're not mixing.
What
remember-
moments are there now?
but you
we
can't
got all
say that.
excited
Bruv,
when
you gotta
Sterling and
remember-
Gomez done the thing.
But you got
Yeah.
to remember, you're a Liverpool fan. You had man like Souness and them lot there, like soldiers, like proper play. But you can't get players like that now because
Why?
the rules
But
have
why not,
changed.
though?
Why?
For you know why? If
I
you
know,
make a
but it
tackle,
don't-
like
Yeah, I know what you
you
mean.
can't get them kind of players now.
I do know what
They
you mean.
change you. Rules change the kind of way you have to play football.
No, but I'm
Because
talking about the
them
passion
man-
and the rivalry, though.
Yeah, you still got the passion.
But you
No,
can't-
they
you can't-
haven't,
You can't.
man.
They ain't.
Nah, bro,
No, they
listen.
ain't, man.
Let me be honest.
They
with
can't
you.
let it spill over.
Yeah,
I think that's what
because-
Izzy's trying to say.
Yeah, because
I
like
agree.
in a say in a derby game, right?
first challenge.
If I had
someone,
you
in
know
the
what?
old one, innit?
Big up to Swansea. I think they got Cardiff this week. Well, they got Cardiff this weekend. Hopefully they win. But I never had a chance to play against Cardiff. But if I was at Swansea and we had a game against Cardiff, like my mentality is like, I'm gonna fucking smash someone.
It's for
Like,
the
you know what I
fans,
mean?
and you get the energy.
Yeah, I'm gonna smash someone.
But you want to win as well.
Pardon?
You want to win as well.
Yeah, but
that's what he's
I'm
saying,
talking about the first minute. I'm
Okay,
thinking if
yeah,
the
yeah.
striker touched the ball, I'm gonna smash him just to let him know I'm here.
Yeah.
That's the kind of mentality you had before. But you gotta be careful. You can't touch people nowadays. You're getting sent off first tackle. There's not even a warning.
But that don't change the rivalry. That don't change the rivalry.
I
though,
know
man.
it doesn't change it, but it changed the way you have to play football. Like back in the day,
It
Souness
does.
will tackle your waist and get a yellow card.
It does, but it don't.
Without even the ball being there.
Head first.
Like,
No, but it does. I understand what you're saying, but I agree with D because like they're coming off at half time and they're talking to
They're
each other.
talking
They're doing
to
all
each
that,
other.
all that kind of thing. And I'm like,
what is that, man? Come
You're-
on, man.
you're
They
my-
are,
man,
man.
not in a
if,
big game
if
like
we
that.
play against each other, you're my enemy until the final whistle.
No, but there's no talking.
They're not- yeah, exactly.
You don't need to talk all day. We don't. There's no reason for for you to talk to an opposing team ever. Why are you talking to someone else?
nah, but it depends how.
I don't even know about this swapping shirts.
What you saying?
Bruv, you think you can lose?
Nah, but you know what? No. It depends.
All right,
Like, for me,
West Ham lose to Tottenham and then they swap shirts at the end. You like it? You happy
nah,
about
but
that?
no, that's different. That
West Ham lose to Millwall. And
they're swapping shirts.
Nah, fuck that. Never.
Or they're,
Why?
or they're
Why?
talking at half time.
Because it's different.
Or they're talking at
Why?
half time. Or
Yeah,
they're swapping shirts at half time. Because sometimes I see
You
that
know what I'm
madness.
saying?
No, but it's different. With say like you were saying, like if we played, we can't talk till after the game. All right, cool. Right, but if I was at Swansea, you was at Cardiff, I can't talk to you. Maybe after the game, I won't talk to you. But
Exactly.
but,
Exactly.
But if you was at another club, if you was at Charlton, Grimsby, or whatever, and I was at
that's
Swansea,
different.
I'm chatting to you
What in the game?
Why?
after like half time. Even in the game, I'm chatting to you.
Why? In the game.
But
Why
if he
you
comes
buzzing?
up for a corner, I'm like, I'm gonna smash your head.
No,
That's
I'm
my
talking
brethren.
about-
Like,
I'm-
I'm gonna
I'm-
like banter.
I'm not talking about that though.
No,
I'm talking about
I'm talking about friendly.
when they're
friendly
joking, like they're coming
conversing.
after and they're saying all
Nah,
stuff.
bro.
Like,
Yeah, but you're in the middle of a game. Like,
They
what are
do
you
that
talking
though,
about?
man. They do that.
I chat
man.
to you in the game because we're trying to get in each other's heads. That's
Yeah,
different.
that's
But
different,
like,
yeah.
I'm talking about when they're coming off, or even though I brought you up, I'm not helping you up. I'm looking at you like I brought you up, innit? And that's it.
Yeah.
And then after I'm saying, what about when I brought you up?
Yeah,
bro?
yeah.
I still ain't saying sorry.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Nah,
Food.
real
Like,
talk. I remember.
Exactly.
I'm with you.
He's trying to
Food.
go
I'm
on
with
like
you.
he's some new age, you know, bro.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Nah,
I'm with
but-
you.
Yeah, no, it's true. I remember when I actually went back to play at Swansea and I was at Bristol City, and obviously playing against my old teammates like Darren Prattley and people like that, and Gary Monk, and Pratt fucking smashed me, man. I've never just tackled me, and he come up. I thought he was gonna help me up. He slapped me in my head.
What? It's cheeky.
But I was so angry.
It's cheeky.
But that was my boy though. Wasn't it? Like, I think I didn't try and get him back. You know, as a defender, you're always waiting because he's a midfielder. So I'm waiting. Come up. I'm just waiting.
Once
But
he done
never-
it, he would have stayed
but
away from you.
Yeah,
Smart.
but I never had that opportunity to get him back. But yeah, it was hard. But
Yeah, it's all different. I think it's a lot. I don't know if it's, as well. I think it's probably a lot to do with the amount of, I would say, international players that are here as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I think that's got a lot to do with it. You know what I'm trying to say? Because
The hometown boys have got. Like,
yeah, I think that's probably a lot. Not a lot of the. It's not like a lot of the academies and a lot of people just have to learn about the derbies and stuff like that more so than understand the way of life. Because a lot of these players they won't understand like the rivalries between two places. And that's because we understand it from growing up in real life, let alone football.
Yeah, but you got to go into a club and you're going to assume that a club has a culture, regardless of who's coming in there. It's like, these are your rivals. Like, if you went to play to Arsenal now, I know you're an Arsenal fan, but you got to feel like you're
100%.
anyone that comes to join the club, you be like, all right, we're not having a good season, but see this game, whatever it is, April 16th.
Yeah,
we
100%.
got Tottenham.
Yeah.
Don't care what you do up until then, but be on it today. Do you know what I mean?
100%. Yeah,
there's
but
no
I
real-
don't know if there's people doing that anymore.
Yeah, but I wouldn't expect Salah, Mane, Firmino to have
care
that
as much.
about so much about Man United unless it came from
Henderson.
as well as Klopp,
Captains, you got
as well
people
as the
that- yeah.
fans, as well as.
But that's the
But
thing
you got
now.
a good mix at Liverpool though.
But the
You
thing
got
now,
no,
right?
because Liverpool have got it because they've got a natural. It comes from the fans.
Yeah.
And you
It
can't
comes from
even,
the
you can't even
manager as
manage
well
that.
and the fans, yeah.
And
You
but
got-
the
You got
fans
good,
will
you
make
got good
you
English
do that.
core as well. You got Milner that understands it. Henderson,
Yeah, they got-
Trent. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly,
Robertson,
exactly.
So they understand that. But I'm saying rivalries now aren't what old rivalries were.
No, they're not. Of
course not.
It's
No
whether
way.
we're competing for top 4 or the title or
Yeah.
renegade. Like that's your rivalry now, isn't it?
Yeah. 100%. What do you think is the biggest rivalry in football anyway, on a random topic?
West Ham, Millwall, no, Swansea, Cardiff, no, but
Portsmouth, Southampton, because I know that one is serious.
In football.
Portsmouth, Southampton is serious.
In football.
Brother.
Rangers, Celtic.
Rangers, Celtic.
Rangers, Celtic.
Nothing bigger.
Rangers, Celtic. I went to a Rangers,
Portsmouth,
Celtic
Southampton is serious, you know.
Nah, not like that.
Brother,
I know, they're
I
small,
didn't-
small.
I didn't-
They're small town.
I didn't know how serious that one was, bro. I was there one time. I said, yo, this is not a joke, fam.
But you should go Cardiff. You should go Cardiff, Swansea.
Rangers, Celtic.
Again,
yeah.
no, those small ones are crazy.
Yeah, Cardiff, Swansea is big. Like Rangers, Celtic's huge.
Liverpool, Man U.
Obviously, Kilmarnock,
Kilmarnock and who?
Air.
Oh, Air United.
West Ham, Millwall, still up
Now,
there.
West Ham was
But it's
serious.
not
Yeah,
often.
it's a serious-
That's why that's
it's
massive.
not often, but that's
That's
massive,
why it's
yeah.
massive, because
West
it's not
Ham,
like
Tottenham as
every.
well.
Yeah, West Ham. Tottenham.
Like, I hated playing the Millwall, man. The Den.
West Ham
Hated
has
it.
got to be the most legendary.
Did you get abuse at Millwall?
Oh, I got abused,
Hammered.
racially abused,
Yeah.
hammered.
Did you play?
everything. Yeah, I played. Swansea went there, played well. I think Millwall beat us though. Danny Shitu, them time. I think Danny Shitu was playing for them. Yeah, got abused. Fans on the side, like, you know, it's not like they had a packed stadium, so you can kind of hear.
That's
people
the
on the
worst,
side.
isn't it?
Yeah, but it's Millwall. You kind of expect it,
But should you expect it though?
well, back then, like, obviously people didn't really do anything about it, so you kind of just rode with it. Like, no one, what are you going to do? Go and complain to your manager? Gaffer just got called a black da-da-da-da-da. So, like, it would have just been like, what would he have said? Yeah, well, you're at Millwall. Like, you know what I mean? So,
Do you think like when we were playing, there was so much more acceptance about things that weren't right, so to speak. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Where
you accepted
now,
it because you thought that was the way, because no one did anything
but
about
did
it.
you feel, was it that reason, or did you feel like, I'm a footballer, not that I'm lucky to be there, but I'm happy to be in this position?
No.
So
You
just
see
thought,
me,
you
right?
just didn't do it because you didn't think anything's going to be done about it. But
If
then
it
when
was-
you're saying that, if you don't make the complaint or try and do something about it, the next person that comes there is going to get the same thing.
Fordy, you know what? Yeah, I've never been one to like look for people to solve my problems, innit?
But that's what I'm saying, though.
So,
and I
like-
feel like our generation was like that.
My thing was,
Just
right,
accepted it more.
Yeah.
Because they thought it was
we're like, you know, the thick skin. Not as much as like the elders, but like,
it wasn't even a thick skin, because my mentality wasn't like that. So
get you.
I remember, like, the ball was going off, and I remember hearing it. All I'm thinking is not, stop the game, I'm gonna report it. It's like, nah, who said that?
yeah.
Because I'm thinking, I can catch you. If I see you, I remember you. I'm gonna try and hold on. London's not that big. Like, but no. I'm saying that's my mentality. I'm not saying that's exactly what's gonna happen. But my mentality instantly. Remember, it's instant. Like, what you feel at that moment is not what you're gonna feel an hour later. So at that moment, instantly, it's like, who are you? Like, who said that? Like, I wanna, you know what I mean? I'm gonna try and get you. But I never thought I'm gonna report whoever said this. It wasn't ever in the back of my mind.
It's funny because
report
I touched
someone
on this
being racial.
because I went to my daughter. My daughter plays rugby, and they were playing an under-18s game, national semi-final, and it was in St Helens. So I went up there this weekend. They lost quite bad, to be fair. But I'm in the stands. But then I'm seeing a melee. I'm seeing my daughter like trying to get off the pitch, and her teammates holding her back. So I've walked down, and it's gone silent when I've walked down there. So after the game, I'm just thinking, nothing of it. She's just trying to defend her teammates, whatever. She's frustrated they've lost. And then I see her, I've gone to go and shake their hands. And she's like, no. She's shouting at me, no. So I'm like, what's wrong with you? So she's gone onto the pitch. I've let the coach do what he's doing. Then I've walked over. And she said to me she was racially abused.
By the player or fan?
By the fan.
Oh,
And
like
I'm looking
by
at the fans. They're all grown people.
my parent. Yeah, that's outrageous.
So I've gone, obviously, red mist. So I'm walking around the pitch like, I'm looking and I'm thinking, this is mad, but she's crying. This is my daughter. So I've gone into the clubhouse, walked around, and it's just quiet. The other parents are saying, oh, no one said anything. She must have misheard, blah, blah, blah. And I'm in my head, and then her coaches like grabbed me and been like, we're going to report this, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And it was one of the hardest, I know you said about the crying thing. I wanted to cry because I was so mad. But because I couldn't take out my anger on who really did it, I was just frustrated.
For her?
For her, yeah, because she was saying it's the
for
first
you-
time she's ever heard that.
Yeah.
I don't care about me. I've heard it before.
What did she hear? What did she say she heard? If you don't mind me asking, or
Black
you don't
bitch.
want to. Yeah, that's outrageous, man.
And my thing is like, this is an under 18s game.
How many black players on the field?
On her team,
Yeah.
about 6, 7. None on theirs.
None on theirs. And you was playing at their ground.
And it was directed at her.
Could have been directed at any of the 6 girls.
Could have been
right?
directed.
No, yeah, of
It's-
course, yeah, but-
it's but even away, I'm hearing like they were being abusive.
Yeah. The players or the fans?
The fans,
Yeah.
but so whether it's race or whatever,
Abuse, anything.
it's like I just don't understand at that age group when it's parents or friends of parents. Cause why you're at an under 18s game if you don't know someone that's playing, that you're there and you're throwing abuse.
Supporting, yeah.
And we used to take it because we're like, oh, it's part of the game. We're getting paid for that. But to hear it on that side and in this day and age, it just makes me feel like we ain't moved on at all.
But you're not moved that far though. So we've like countries.
No,
never-
we
it
have.
hasn't
We
even
have. We've moved.
We have,
We've moved.
I
We
don't
have.
think- I think it's just covered. I think you just put a black plaster over it. I don't think we've moved that. I think there's still a lot of racism in this country.
No, but there is.
No, there is, but
There
it's
is.
definitely.
But you
it's
say
definitely moved. You can't say
it's more behind. You'll say it.
You can't say it's
behind
not
your
moved.
door.
Not to say there's no racism, but it's definitely moved. It's definitely.
I'm not saying it hasn't moved, but I said it hasn't moved that.
Look at the amount of black players that even play for England. Look at the amount of.
Yeah,
look at
but
the
that's
amount
because
of-
they're the best in the country. It's not. They're not doing it. They're not picking you because you're black. It's
No,
not like
but-
the Rooney Rule. It's not like okay, let's give this person a job because he's black or whatever. No, but they're picking the players because they're the best in the country.
It's very rare that you can get away with racism nowadays. People like you.
But Raheem Sterling was like racially not long ago, no? Racially abused not long
And,
ago.
and yeah, but
They
even
still get it.
but
These are the best players in the
even
world.
and this is a good topic you say that because the guy that sent that tweet to Marcus Rashford went jail.
Yeah, just now.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, but he went. Yeah, but he still went jail. You got like if
That
you-
would never happen.
That's not happening.
No, of course
That's
not.
5 years
That's
ago.
not happening before. He went jail. He's in jail now. He's getting sentenced. You have to. You can't. Them things there, like because
It makes people think twice.
we're so prominent and because black people are so integrated in society now, you have to think about these things now. Because not only is it affecting us, but it will affect other people as well. It will affect some. There's a lot of white people that don't stand for racism towards
course, yeah,
towards
of
ethnic
course.
minorities. You know what I'm trying to say? I know some people that when we were doing the Black Lives Matter was going on, some white people were fuming with
Like,
it.
they was
And some people
frontlining.
were marching.
They were front
Don't
line.
think
There was a lot of people
don't think like.
Now listen, there was a lot.
No, I
of
wouldn't
white
even
people-
just say white people. I mean different cultures. Obviously, there's
races,
different.
but- no, but-
there's lots of different races, but not a lot of people like racism. It's like it's quite rare to find people that
No,
kind of
there's still a lot
accept
of
it,
racism
man.
in this country.
There is,
You
but
got to
it's-
think like
of
this
course
is
there is,
London.
of course
Remember,
there
we
is.
live in
It's the more-
London. We live in the multicultural.
It's the more
like,
unconscious
Yeah, that's
bias.
true.
You know what I mean? You
That's
go up
true.
north, bro.
That's true. Yeah, no, that's true.
But
That's
it's the
true.
more unconscious bias in London where you'll get racism, but it's hidden away. Same way like when we were young, it was still there and it was what we could do for the team. But still, like you had to have 10 times more about you than the other kid that didn't look like you. Even terms in positions. Like I spoke to you about it, like my dad even said to me, I used to be a centre midfielder because I was like casual, just like to play the ball away. I weren't like trying to beat everybody and stuff. And he's like, you're never going to make it there. I was like, why not? He said, because no matter how good you are, you have to be 100 times better than the kid that also plays there.
Yeah.
He said, if you're a forward or you're a centre back or you're a winger, that's where they know where black players can play.
What was
Do
the
you know what I
saying? Or they call it BBQ or BBC, whatever it was.
That's what they're now, isn't it? Big,
was a-
black and quick.
Yeah, big black and quick.
So in those positions,
so-
it's not, we were never seen as being technical. You was always like big and strong.
That's a BBC. Like I said.
No, that was their term.
It was BBQ,
sorry,
bro.
No, but it could have been.
I know you got to shot.
No, but
You got this shot, man.
no, but
That's a
listen,
shot.
Unless you could come out of another what that means, other than what it
and
means.
fast.
Quick, you got that quick.
Do you know that it wasn't what it was? It wasn't what it meant.
Stop stalling. What does it mean?
But I tried to let it go for ages, but I said, no,
but it
you
could've-
can't say
no,
that.
Finish
listen.
washing your cup, bro, because I don't know what it's
You
Listen.
can't say that, man.
BBC.
Yeah, you can't say that.
No, but it could have
Big
been
black
B-
cricketer. Hurry up and do your
No,
shot.
but
Anyway.
listen.
Yeah.
Obviously,
man.
look, I'm not talking about just like it could have been BBC. Like they could have just used that as a term.
No, but
Like,
even that as a term, isn't it?
no, but
Isn't
they
it?
might not have said BBQ. They might have said BBC, but meant big, black, and quick. That's what I'm saying. I remember it like one time, someone coming out and be like, coaches. It wasn't that long ago that another coach said it, but got
I
in
remember
trouble.
I was there.
Yeah, it was like BB. Like I swear, it
They're
was
looking for
BBC.
BBQs.
Oh, I don't know if it's BBQ,
Bro,
you know, bro.
it's not C.
You're gonna have to
Alright,
Google it.
that's
You're gonna have to
alright.
call
Why
someone
for
that knows. You're gonna have to
Have
call
a
someone
shot.
that knows.
Anyway, as I was saying, do you think that's even changed in football now? I know they're still looking for that, like the Lukaku.
So you're saying right, the position.
Back in the day, what
Right.
centre midfielder, black centre midfielder, say like, look how much shit Pogba gets. If Pogba was white, he would be like, he's laid back. He wouldn't get the same labels of being laid back or being like, he's not interested. He only turns up for certain games.
I agree with
Because
that.
when he does that one pass, it's magic. That's enough for everyone to like rave about for 10 games, even if you don't do nothing else for a bit. Because there's a lot of players that do that, get a lot more credit than Pogba. But because he's big, he's black, he ain't quick. But he's seen like you got to be in the Yaya Toure mode, or you've got to be like, even like a more of a Gerrard, you got to be box to box, you got to be bullying people, you got
But
to be
even
doing
Yaya
that.
Toure though, what he did at City was unbelievable. But he still didn't get the respect he deserved.
No,
Yeah, that's true.
no, he doesn't.
Right.
Because again, he's in a position where it's not, you're not
Seems
making
a-
it look, he was a graceful player.
What
but
are
he
you
had to
saying?
change his
Are
game.
you saying like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
position?
what- yeah, yeah, what-
are you
what-
really trying to say? You saying like their positions are racist? They're picking white players in the centre midfield back in the day.
I'm not
because-
saying,
he's saying
I'm,
the respect.
I'm
He's saying
saying
the
it was
respect.
more that.
He's
So
saying the respect
therefore,
they
the
get, I guess.
respect, like, you could be a big forward because you're quick. And it would be like, okay, if I was a forward and I'm banging goals for Charlton, they're going to be like, Izzy, West Ham, watch out, Sanford. You stay on him because I'm quick and you're quick. So we're against each other. It's like they're trying to pit people against each other. Whereas it's like they wouldn't say, if you was playing centre midfield for West Ham this time,
Me.
why did you get moved? The same reason why you got moved to centre back. You used to
No,
play
no,
centre
no.
midfield. I'm not saying that it wasn't, but I'm saying like they change you to counteract things. So it's like you could be a centre back, you could be a winger because you're quick, you could be a
Yeah.
forward because you're quick. Now the positions are changing, but I still feel like the connotations of what a footballer is still has to be, when it comes to certain black players, energy, physicality. Do you know what I mean? We all talk about Kante, but we talk about he's everywhere. We don't talk about
I
how
know
good he is on the ball.
I know what you're saying because that used to come with the goalkeeper stigma.
Exactly. Yeah,
that's
I used to
right.
have
That's
that.
another
And
one.
yeah, I used to, you had it as well, but
Yeah,
until
of course.
Mendy come and shut that down, fam. He's the only, because we could potentially say David James, but he still had a couple of one or
No,
two.
but again, though, it's like
But
we
Mendy
see
shut it.
more of his mistakes because it's like, oh, the black keeper.
No, because
Mendy shut it down,
It's going to
though.
be like a light's going to shine brighter on it if a black person make a mistake in that position. That
I
they
actually
don't-
used
they
to
don't
think black goalkeepers were
know what
way
I mean?
more calamity. I can't
So-
even lie. I used to think the same thing.
But
bro.
because they were so not extravagant, but like they
But
were
how many
like,
black
they
keep-
pulled off saves that
Yeah, but
like,
how many
you're
black
like,
keepers-
wow.
how many black
And
keepers
then
did you
look,
know
at
then?
look at the Colombian keeper that did that. Why does that happen? How did we get to a
It didn't-
situation
it
where
didn't help.
we've got a scenario where we, like, that's one of the
did a
most
scorpion
iconic
kick.
moments in football history.
Was he called a scorpion?
Scorpio kick.
Why are you doing that?
Because he could.
Why are you doing that though?
But anyway, as I was saying, what do you think about it? Do you think it's changed?
Yeah, I think it's changing.
In what way?
We see a lot more black sentinel midfielders now, but not
Where?
in England though.
Where?
You said it's good questions. Mainly the foreign.
They're still black though. Doesn't matter if you're foreign or not.
No, but
No, but I'm
Say
not saying
international football.
I'm not saying there wasn't black centre midfielders. There's Paul Ince, Carlton Palmer. Neither I wanted to be. But and that's no disrespect to them. Do you know what I mean? That's no disrespect.
All right.
That's no. I know that's a bit.
Say how you really feel. Speak your mind.
No, I don't mean
no, I
any
know-
disrespect, but it's like, again, it's the workroom. It's what you give as your energy. Like Paul Ince was hard. Carlton
But
Palmer
you
was
could have played.
box to box.
You could have played that midfield because I got moved from midfield because I didn't have the fitness to go up and down box to box. You had the fitness, so you could have played in midfield. Your age group, I don't know. You had like players like George Durant just below you, who was a midfielder. You had Collis, who was a midfielder, and them lot are good footballers. You know, like George, great passer of the ball, can tackle. Collis, the same thing. But why didn't they leave you in midfield?
To me, confidently, I could pass the ball as good as either of them.
Yeah.
And I had the more physicality. But because I had the physicality, it was like, oh, you'll be better sorted at the back. You're good in the air. You're quick.
So coaches didn't really believe in black players playing in centre midfield then.
I'm
Or
not saying they
trust.
didn't, but like, I guess like, if you see it, then you believe you can be it. And because there wasn't before, then maybe they just thought, well,
But
you can be the next Richard Rufus rather than be the next whoever played the centre midfield.
Before he finishes though, you know what's winding me up? Things that fucking piss me off about people. I was driving, just before we finish.
Is he doing his
You know
rant?
what?
He rants.
Hold
If he
on.
rants at the
I
end.
just wanted to rant. I was
Yeah, go
driving,
on.
You know what fucking pissed me off? Like, so on the road, people that cross the road slow, right?
Like they can't get killed.
Like they can't get killed, bro. They can't get.
One of our
they
mates
can't
was
get
like
hurt. Just cross the fucking road, innit?
Trying
Like,
to be cool.
trying to be cool. Like, but why are you doing that though? And like, you know, I'm stopping for you, or you know, I'm driving, and you just step on the road.
You know,
Like,
sometimes
cool.
you want to clip them, innit? Just the back of their knee.
Well, I'm not on probation. But
I think I've done that to you earlier.
I see. I was about
Oh, you tried to sorry, but said
we crossed the road earlier. I was like, move him, bro.
No, but it winds me up. But also, the N word winds me up. I know you lot use musicians love to say it.
The N word winds everyone up. Fam. I don't use the N word still.
Oh, don't you?
Never.
I never knew that, bro.
No, I never ever use it. Fam.
They slandered you.
Yeah, I never use it. Never ever use it. I don't even say it down day to day.
Oh, well.
I don't even swear. Have you ever heard me say I don't swear, fam?
No, you don't really
swear.
say. Yeah,
No, I
I
don't
don't hear
swear.
that.
You made me conscious of it as well. To be
Yeah, I don't swear at all.
Raw.
I don't swear.
No,
nothing,
that's
man.
big still. No, but
What else do you hate? You can start doing this. You
What's that?
can
Yeah,
have
the
free.
hate
You can
things
have
you
free
hate.
things every week.
all right, cool.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, cool. People that cross the road slowly wind me up.
Yeah,
People that use the N word, I hate the N
but
word.
for no reason. Or
No, but even
there's never a
even-
reason to be.
You know
fair,
what?
mate.
For me, like even if you say like my N word or whatever, just call me your brother, innit? I'd rather that. For me,
Yeah, I agree.
like that's stronger. Yeah, my brother.
We need
What's
to try and
going
lose
on?
that.
Like the N word, like people's like, oh, you own it. We've never owned that word. I don't want to own
don't
that
wanna
word.
own it.
But that word was like used at the worst time of like black people's lives. Like don't say, oh yeah, we own it now. Da 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 da. And you're using
But do you
it
feel
and
like
use it.
that again? Sorry, this could be a whole another podcast, but that's an American thing. You know, like when you take stuff from somewhere else. Because I don't feel like that was a word that was used by my dad.
No, it wasn't.
Do you know
Bro,
what I mean?
I-
And that's
well,
not a word was used in Jamaica, like when my dad was got like. So
Africa
it's come
never
from.
used that
That's
word.
what I mean. So it's
It's
come from America.
It is
and
an
then
American thing.
It's been made a thing here because
In the
we take
UK.
a lot from America.
Yeah, that's a good point. But even in America, I don't see. I
No,
don't
there's no
think-
reason. Anyway, it's your last one.
There's definitely no reason. My last pet peeve
Yeah,
right
maybe
now.
it's on the last one before Chris kills me, fam.
Oh, so is it just?
Alright,
sorry,
over
Chris.
time.
Like, sorry, Chris, man.
Chris gonna turn the lights out, boy.
Chris don't play games, man.
Chris, not long. Third thing, that's a good one. I don't even.
If you only got two, it's cool.
Yeah. What about you? Give me two.
If you got one, that's calm, man.
Give me two.
What's your other pet
me
peeve
two,
that
give me
I keep picking Liverpool players? Yeah.
Nah, you give me two.
Oh, I gotta
Things
give
you
you
hate.
two. Ooh, I'm not hating. I just love in the world. Nah, but
Should do this every week.
you know, listen. Let me tell you one thing I hate: people that stop in the middle of the road and check their phone when you're walking by.
When you're walking, people that
In
walk
rush
on their
hour.
phones.
Like they stop in front of a shop door or something like that. You're walking, and then they just stop. I hate them. I want to just like, you know, in your head you go in the movies and there's that moment where they're like, just kill them. That's how I feel. I feel honestly, I want to like.
Wait,
fly
40's
kick-
dark, you know.
I want to fly kick them in their back or something. Do you know what I mean? I really do. But I just be like, I just like grunt and then I walk past them. That's the one thing that I hate.
Do you? What about you? One thing that.
One thing I hate.
It's a tough one. For
You know what
me.
I hate the most is when you let someone out in traffic and they don't say thank you.
Oh, that's another one. When I open the door for someone and they don't say, they walk through.
That winds me up.
No, I don't wind you up.
You know when you
winds me up, fam. Like, I could do anything at that.
Do you know
point.
when you
And I've got to physically calm myself down.
Have you ever opened the door for someone and they just walk through? Like I'm a doorman.
Yeah, but that.
No, bro,
yeah,
I want to
but-
slap.
Yeah, but I feel like letting someone out in traffic's worse. Like
No,
you
it
do,
ain't.
yeah, you
It
sometimes
isn't.
you do a lot to let people
It
in traffic.
isn't.
Your
If
car,
I'm
you got-
walking through
yeah.
and you know someone's
let
coming
your-
and you hold the door for them, like they're like all at least 5 steps away, and you open the door and they just walk through, and I'm like, you didn't even tip me.
Nah, when
like
you
you treat me
don't-
like
I
that.
let
No,
someone
but
like-
the traffic thing, man, just put your hazards on just to say thank you.
Yeah,
That's
hazards
all I
on.
want. Just put your hazards on.
That just shows me your whole
Like,
mentality.
you're
I
thinking
always
about
say
it.
thank you no matter what. I always try my best to say thank you.
But it's the same in life, not just driving, but in life as well. I always say thank you.
Yeah, I just
But
please and
like
thank
moving
you,
on from
man.
the driving
Respect.
thing, yeah, you know what fucking pisses me off? You know when you're driving in the
now
motorway.
he's got a third.
But hold on, you
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what-
yeah,
I
exactly,
got a
yeah,
third.
yeah.
You know when you're driving, yeah, say you're in due carriageway, yeah, and someone's coming through, or someone's waiting, but they see you coming, but they cut through quickly. They come out. They come out
And
fast,
then they brake.
and they slow down.
And then they brake.
Oh my god.
That drives me mad, bro.
that-
Yeah, there's best stuff that
And
drives
they're
me mad.
brave.
We should do this every week. We should do it. We should do it.
Yeah, the little
We should do
pet
it.
peeves.
We should do it at the beginning.
Peeves.
We should do it at the beginning though.
Peace, bro. It drives me.
Because every week there'll be different. There'll be someone else.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Nah, sorry to piss you off. Now,
Anyway.
40. Love for coming again.
No,
Love
he's
is
every
always
week.
a
pleasure, man.
He's
I'm here
every week,
regular.
man. I said that. We got get nowhere. I don't know.
Regular.
I'm blessing. I said thanks to you as well.
Yeah, yeah.
man. Blessing
Oh,
you.
sorry. I'm too
I'm
busy
just thanking
focused.
everyone for this episode.
Naturally.
Like, Chris, bless up for that. You know what I mean? So it's the next episode of Road to Wembley.
Road to
Hope you
Wembley.
enjoyed this one. Let's move on to the next.